is we want to uh, pretty much um, go into the bottom of the screen. There's a taskbar, and I need you, and there's a box right here that I want you to click in, and I want you to type in File Explorer. Okay, 2 words, FIL Explorer. And once you type in File Explorer, at the top of that window, there's a folder, and it says Desktop App. I want you to click on that, and once you click on it, it's going to open up the File Explorer on your computer, and that's where all your files and folders are kept. And then it has your Windows C drive and your Recovery D. Now, if you think that you have a recovery uh, drive issue, or you just want to check your drive and see if that particular drive is full or almost full, you want to go into this PC, and I want you to click it, and we're going to check out this drive. Here's my Windows C drive, here's my D drive, and here's my E drive. Now, my Recovery D drive is not full. Now, a couple of days ago, it was right here. I mean, all of this was shaded red. It was almost completely full, and it was probably maybe 300 and something megabytes of space left. So once I seen it red, I knew it was an issue with that drive, because usually it's not full and red. I've had HP computer, well, I had an HP laptop before, and I never had this issue. It was always usually about this full. So it seems to me there's the operating system Windows who's having the issue with it showing up full. And we want to try to take some of the stuff or the files that's on this drive, and we need to move them to the C drive. Okay? So there is a lot of programs out there. There are a lot of YouTube videos on showing you how to do this method, but they're very difficult videos, and they're very hard to catch on and understand, and they're very quick, fast videos, which someone like me and you would have a very difficult time, probably, if you like myself, will have a very hard time trying to follow along and fix this issue. So me and my son, we got together, we put our heads together, and we tried to figure out a way to help uh, anyone out there who's having this issue. So right now, we want to go uh, and to back to the D drive. So if it's full or almost full, this is what you need to do. So we're going to go to the Recovery D, and we're going to click it. Okay, now this is another issue. You see on the earlier page I showed you the that drive, and if yours is full, uh, how to remove the space, some of the stuff that's on it, right? So if your recovery drive is showing full, and then you click on the Recovery D, which I did, you notice that it says this folder is empty. Now you might be thinking, okay, how is my D drive showing it almost full, completely full, but when I click to open up the folder, the Recovery drive folder, it says it's empty. The reason that it's showing it's empty when it's not empty is because those files have been hidden from you. And so I believe it's just the way that Windows set it up. But I'm gonna show you how to unhide those file folders so you can see what's on that drive and how to take some of those file folders and move them into your Windows C. So I hope you guys are following along. I hope I ain't confused you guys, but basically what we're doing is we're taking files from this and placing them in the C drive. Okay? So those hidden files that's not showing up in this folder, we're going to see what's actually in there. So we're going to unhide it. So basically what I want you guys to do is I want you to go to the top of the Recovery D. Once you click on it, go up here and there are 5 tabs. What I want you to do is I want you to click and find the View tab, and I want you to click on it. Once you click on it, you want to come down here to this section, and there's a check in this box called Hidden Items. Okay, so it's set on Hidden Items. So we're going to open up and find out what's hidden on Recovery D. So come over here to the options, and right here I want you to click it, and a window is going to open up. So click it, and here's the window that popped up. This window is called Folder Options, and in this window there's 3 tabs. You want to click the View tab. Now we've opened that up, and here's Advanced Settings. Now in these advanced settings, we're going to try to unhide those file folders that's on the recovery drive. We're going to unhide them so we can see what's on that drive that's taking up space. Even though we can't see anything in that recovery drive folder, there is something in it because our recovery drive is showing that it's full or almost full. So you see right here where it says show hidden files, folders, and drives, and it's checked. Don't mess with this part. Just scroll down and look at these boxes underneath that, and these boxes are checked. The first one says hide empty drives is checked. The next one says hide extension for known file types is checked. The next one says hide folder merge conflicts is checked. Pay attention to the fourth one. It says hide protective operating system files recommended, and it's in parentheses. What you want to do is you want to uncheck this box. Now, don't worry, just trust me. Uncheck the box, and once you uncheck it, there is a window that's going to pop up, and it's a warning window. So check the box, and now a warning has came up, and it says you have chosen to display protected operating system files labeled system and hidden in the file explorer. So what you want to do, just trust me and click yes. Now go to the bottom. That window just disappeared once I checked yes, and now you want to go to the bottom of the folder option and click apply and OK. Once you do that, now all those file folders in the recovery drive You can see them now. Now they're not hidden anymore. So now you can see them. Now, our next step is let's check each one of these file folders and see how much space is it taking up on your recovery drive. How many megabytes, how many gigabytes is that folder or folders. So I have already removed a folder that was on the recovery drive. The folder was called preload, and when I open up that file folder, preload was taken up. That folder was taken up like 10 or 11 gigabytes. It was taking up most of my recovery D drive. So I've already took that file folder and I renamed the folder and I placed it in the C drive. And this is what this video is about, is to teach you how to take some of those file folders that's taking up too much space on your recovery drive and placing those in the C drive. So what I need you to do is, if you once you open up and see the file folders on the recovery drive and you took the steps that I just showed you, you might want to go ahead and just right click on preload. If you see preload as one of the file folders, right click on it, open it up, and go to properties. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Just right click on the folder. There's a window that will pop up, and go to properties. Once you go to properties, check out the size of that folder to see how much space or how much bytes that folder is. When I right clicked preload folder, it was like I said earlier, it was like 10 or 11 gigabytes. And so what I realized is that was the file that was taking up all the space, most of the space on my recovery drive. So if you see that that's the folder and you feel like you need to remove it, you need to move it into the C drive, check out the properties of it. And then I'll show you how to take that folder, the preload folder, and whatever folder that is taking up space on your hard drive or taking up too much space on the hard drive, I'm going to show you how to move them into the C drive. So look at the size of each one. Now, the folder I opened up was the recycle bin. And I'm looking at the properties of it, and the size is only 129 bytes, which that's not an issue because it's just not taking up a lot of space. And you can right click. What I want you to do is pretty much right click. Sorry about that, guys. Right click, go to properties, and I want you to check out each file folder one by one. Right click, go to properties, and then look at the size. And if you feel that size is that folder is probably taking up a lot of the space, then we'll continue to try to move it into the C drive. Now, I just opened up, right clicked on the boot file, which is only, the size is only 20.4 megabytes. So that's not taking up space. It's just not enough to take up that much space. You know, your size has got to be large. It's got to be like gigabytes. So you just click the X and remove it. So that's not it. So go to the next one. Click on that. Right click it. Go to properties. Look at the size. And this one, which is EFI properties, the size is 15.7 megabytes. That's not taking up too much space on the C drive. So we're going to close that out. So basically, guys, what I want you to do is each file folder, click it, then right click it. A window will open up, scroll down to properties, open it up, and that's the way that you can see the size. And that's how it can help you to determine on whether or not that particular file folder is it's taking, which is taking up all your space or most of your space. And once you find out which folder is the largest folder, then you want to be able, I'm going to show you how to take it and move it off of that drive into your C drive. So our next step is to basically, we're going to go to the Windows C. So we're going to keep this unhidden on the recovery drive. We're going to click the Windows C. Sorry about that, guys. Now, we open up the C drive, and as you can see, these are all the things that's on the C drive. A lot of files, things for the system, setup, recovery. This is a folder that I made. This came from the recovery drive, and I moved it already. I've already did this. Removed some of my files from the recovery drive into the C drive. So in order to be able to take some of those file folders that's taking up too much space on your recovery D drive, we're gonna have to make a new folder. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna right click on your desktop, and a window is gonna pop up, and you're gonna go to new. Keep your cursor at new, hold it there, and then click folder. Another window will pop up, so click it. Now it's made us a new folder. And now what you want to do is you want to name that folder, because this folder that's on the C drive, we have to create before we go back to the recovery D drive to take some of those file folders and place them on the C drive. So you want to be able to find your folder when you want to send some of your file folders from your recovery drive. You want to be able to find that folder on the C drive to put it in this folder. So basically what you want to do is you want to name that folder. Now, I name my folder my drives. You can name it whatever you like. Just name it something that you know how to find it. Okay? So I've already done this. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to call it my drive, because I can have two folders saying the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in HP drives. And that's what I'm going to call it. Okay? HP drives. So now click your desktop, and now you got your folder. Now this folder that you just created, that's where all the file folders that's taking up space on your recovery drive, that's the folder it's going to go into. And this is going to go into your C drive. So we're going to free up space, free up volume on the recovery drive. So now that we created that folder, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the recovery drive. Now, you know how earlier we had unhidden some of those file folders that's taking up space on that recovery drive? What you want to do is, after you decided and looked at, open up each file folder, go to properties, and found out how much space is taken up. Whichever folder that you pretty much looked through and found that it's taking up a lot of space, it's a really large file, I want you to go into basically, I want you to right click it, that folder that you want to move to the C drive, and I want you to basically don't right click on it. Sorry, I kind of threw myself off a little bit. Basically, what you want to do next is you want to go to the home tab. So go to the top of your page, that page, and click home. And as you see, we're still on the recovery drive. There's all your file folders in that drive. And what you want to do is you want to click on the one that you want to move to the C drive. So you're going to click on it. So pretty much you want to left click it with your index finger. It's going to highlight, and then these folders right here, these right here, one says move to and one says copy to. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this one, and you're going to click the move to, and once you click the move to, another window is going to pop up. And if you look through it, you want to look and you want to go to the bottom, and it says choose location. Okay, so you're going to open it up. You're going to click it, click it, and then it's going to open up, and it's going to, at the top of that window, it's going to say move items. So here you open up, you clicked move to at the top, and so now you got to figure out, you got to find the folder that you just created and named it. You're going to look for it in these folders. So whatever you named it, look for that folder that you just created. But you have to look in Windows C, the C drive, because you just created in the C drive. So just keep going until you find it. Now, here's the folder. This is the folder I just created. It's called HP drives. What you want to do is you're going to click that folder you just created, and you're going to click move. Once you do that, this file folder that was in your recovery drive, now you're going to put it, this will help you put it in the Windows C. So once you click it, that's how you move it. So now, once you click move, it goes into the C. So I'm not going to do it like I said because I've already done it. I just want to show you guys how to do it. And once you click move, it goes into the C drive. So then you open up the C drive, so click it, And once you click it, there it goes. It goes into that drive. So I just created HP drives, and it's showing up in the Windows C drive. So that's how you move it. So if you got some more files that you want to move and you got enough space on your C drive, you can move some of those file folders from the recovery to the C drive. So all you have to do is, once again, click the recovery drive, click whatever file folder, left click it. Once you left click it, click move to. Once you click move to, a window will pop up and choose the location. Then move items window will pop up. And because we're just created that folder in the C drive, you want to look for that folder that you just created. Click the folder, then click move. And that's how you get file folders that's taking up a lot of space on your recovery drive. That's how you get them into your C drive. And then once you do all that, you go back to my PC and look at your recovery D drive, and you'll see that it won't be taking up much space because you move a lot of those file folders into the C drive. So this way that me and my son have figured out is a more easier, simpler way. It may not seem simple to you as I describe it, but that's the best, quickest way to take some of those files and put it in the C drive, and to free up the space on your recovery D drive. And all I did was, before I did this video, I removed 2 files. Like I said earlier, I mentioned earlier, my preload file folder on my recovery D drive, that file was the one that was taking up a lot of space. It was about 11 gigabytes. So I took that file, the preload file, and another file, and I moved them to the C drive. Once I did that, then my drive appeared like this. It freed up a lot of space. I don't know why. Okay, guys, now that you removed some of those file folders that was in the C drive, that you moved into the file folder that you just created on the C drive, look for it, and I want you to open it. And so I just want you to open it so you can see and look into the file folder that you created, and you'll see those files that was on the recovery D drive. Now they're in this C drive folder that you just created. So right click on it and open it, and here's those files that was in your recovery drive. Now they're on the C drive.